I've had a really itchy scalp for like a year. Itchy and flaky. And I haven't done a video about it, so I thought I would, because I'm picking that somebody else must have this problem out there when they go on a carnivore diet. Hi, I'm Sue. If you haven't visited my channel before, I've been on a carnivore diet now for about 16 months, and I talk about all sorts of things that are going on with me, benefits, good bits, bad bits, everything in between. Now, I've had this bloody itchy scalp for probably close to a year now. I used to have, years ago, I had really quite yucky psoriasis on my scalp, and I had that for quite a few years. And then when I started using the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner, it just all went away, and it had been fine for probably 8 years. And then when I started on Carnivore, it was fine initially, and then it just got really gnarly. Bam. And it's been itchy and flaky. It's gradually getting better. I'm picking that it's oxalate dumping. Or oxalate. Yeah, oxalate dumping. Now, it seems like I put everything down to oxalate dumping, but I think that's what it is. So if you've been following me for a little while, you possibly know that I actually really like making designs for t-shirts and hoodies and other products specifically for carnivores. So if you are after a gift for yourself or another carnivore, head over to my store and have a look at my designs and see if there's something there that takes your eye. Now, so when it first started, it started across the back of my skull here, and then it gradually spread all over my scalp. And it was so bad a few months ago. The flakes that were coming off my scalp were quite big, and I would scratch, and it would just be bam, falling off of my scalp, and it gets so that it feels like sandpaper, and little bits of grainy like sand come out of my scalp. That's why I'm picking that it's oxalate. It's the only thing I could think of. I've tried all sorts of different shampoos. I've tried changing to shampoos for scalp stuff and that. I don't like using any of the funky chemical-ridden things that are in the supermarkets. I don't go there, but I have tried a few different natural ones. I've tried using apple cider vinegar. I've tried using baking soda. For a few months I was using baking soda with my shampoo, and my conditioner I just put some on because it just helped lots because it was so bad. But as I said, it's gradually getting better, but it's definitely still there, and the flake sizes have got smaller, so they're mostly little bits that kind of look like salt, but it's literally all over the house. It's when I have a lot of my clothing's dark, and dark cardigans and things like that I've been wearing, especially through the winter, and I try really hard not to scratch because my shoulders just end up covered in all of these little white bits. And at night time I'm sitting on the couch and I'm scratching my head, and the couch is covered in white bits of skin off my head. The bed, as I said, it's not as bad. A few months ago the bed would just be full of it, the couch would be covered in it. We went to a meeting the other night, and I was sitting in a hall when there was people sitting behind me, and my scalp was so itchy. I was trying not to scratch because I knew that they'd be able to see everything falling onto my jacket. And so I had to wait until I got out in the car. And once I got in the car, I was just like, because it was driving me nuts. I'm wondering if anybody else out there has this problem. I've heard Sally Norton talking about, like she's mentioned in something I was listening to about people having flaking skin for ages when they go into a carnivore diet or a low oxalate diet. So I'm picking that that's what it is, especially because I get all these little sandy pieces coming out, just like little grains of sand. And it'll settle down a little bit for a while, and then it'll kind of flare up a bit, and it gets all quite lumpy across the back of my scalp still, but it's not, it hasn't got the thick scaly scabby stuff like I'd had a few months ago. This sounds disgusting. It is disgusting, but I'm not willing to put anything medicated or anything on there because I want my body to be able to do what it's trying to do and get rid of whatever it's trying to get rid of. I'm not a fan of suppressing things. If there's stuff going on in your skin, your body is trying to get rid of stuff. And when you suppress it, it just pushes it inside and causes problems later on down the line. So I'm not willing to do that. I just want to let it do its thing. But I'm just interested in whether anybody else is having this problem, because I've done a bit of a search and I haven't really found anything with regard to oxalate and scalp issues. But I'm picking that's what it is. So yeah, so if you've had problems with your scalp after going on carnivore, if you've had problems with your scalp on a low oxalate diet, if you've had little bits of sand coming out your scalp and bits of skin just flying all over the house, put it down below, because I want to know, and so do other people that are having the problem. And so I do these videos so that other people know that they're not the only one, because that's what it feels like when you've got weird shit going on and you think you're the only one, and then you realise that you're not. It's actually like, oh, that's quite cool. It's not just me. I'm not going mental. All right, so if you like this little short video, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Share this with anybody who's got a funky scalp after going on carnivore. And I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again another day.